Welcome everybody, this is Samurai Dragon. Today we'll be making beef short ribs sous vide style. Here we have cleaned and dried the short ribs, ready for an application of mustard. Mustard is our standard technique for keeping the seasoning on the meat while it's in the bag. Again, may not be necessary, but it does help the seasoning stick to the meat. I think what you'll find here is that we've got a fairly simple seasoning, starting with salt. Here we're using a salt grinder because this short ribs doesn't really need a whole lot of seasoning. It's got a lot of flavor coming right out of the bag, so we just use a standard, you'll see salt and pepper rub, but we don't need too much. So here's the black pepper, and we're just going to apply that on pretty liberally. And again, we don't need too much because these are extremely flavorful, very juicy. I've made these a lot of different ways, and nothing is beat sous vide, and you'll see that when we take it out. Next thing we're doing is we're going to do just a standard rub. As you notice, I just put the seasoning on the top of the ribs. I didn't put it on the bone on the bottom, which is really just a heat shield. Comes in handy when you are grilling or smoking, but in sous vide it's really not necessary at all. So again, I just rub that down, kind of dilutes the seasoning just a little bit. Again, you don't need very much. So there's your rub of the salt and pepper. Next thing, since this is sous vide, obviously, we are going to bag it up. So this is just everything in the bag. I think I had about 4 or 5 packages. Probably cook half these now and put half in the freezer. And here is our vacuum sealer. This is the handy dandy food saver. It's worked out just perfectly. So I'll just do a couple of these. Here I'm showing you how you need to clean the inside of the bag near the seal. So if you've got mustard or salt or pepper, you want to make sure that doesn't interfere with the seal at all. I haven't had a problem, but I do make sure that opening is clear before I seal the bag. And you can see that right there. Really nice seal, gets all the air out. These don't float very much, so you'll see it's pretty standard. And here's everything packaged up, ready to go. Like I said, I'm going to take half these and put them in the freezer. I'll probably do 3 now and put 2 in the freezer, just because I always, right after I bag them up, probably do my standard, which is 144 degrees for 48 hours. Now that is amongst the longest cook, but for short ribs it's perfect. They get nice and tender. And here they are in the bath again, 144 degrees for 48 hours. So we'll be back in 2 days. See you then. Okay everyone, here we are just 48 hours later, and we are ready to take these beef short ribs out of the bag. First thing we do is we put them on ice. This is just for a couple of minutes just to stop the cooking process. Then we bring them out, take them out of the bags, dry them off, pat them dry, and then put a little salt, followed by a little pepper. As you can see, these are pretty raw looking, but they are fully cooked, just ready for a few minutes in the broiler. So you can get by with just about 5 minutes here. Now, don't these look better? These are delicious. Absolutely ready to just feast upon. So we're going to cut one of these open just so you can see how completely tender and juicy they are on the inside. And this is just about ready for the famous finance director taste test.
try this one today. Alright, and I'm just gonna dig in. Good. Thumbs up. So delicious.
Now, wasn't that easy? See the look on her face? That happiness is worth 2 days worth of cooking beef short ribs. But as you can see, it was super easy. Good thing about sous vide is that it might take a whole lot of hours, but you're not watching it, you're not messing around, you're doing whatever else you need to do, and the end result is fabulous. So I hope you enjoyed it. Um, if you did, do us a favor, click that subscribe button, ring the bell, and give us a thumbs up if you loved it, and leave a comment. See you next time.